I used to be a pretty competitive triathlete, and last time I raced was in May of this year, and I made the podium for my age group, and I came in first, but my time was 7 minutes slower than the year before, and I felt like I had asthma in my lungs and I couldn't breathe. And so my coach said to me, well, you might want to go get your blood tested because something must be off. And to make a long story short, on June 17th I woke up from an operation and they told me that I had cancer. And so you rang there and you're like, I have cancer. And I was like, oh, well, that's really not a problem. Everybody's got cancer. And then the surgeon kept talking and she's like, you have it on your kidneys and we can't cut it out. We tried and it's on there in a way that it won't come off. And then she said, you have it on your bowels and we can't cut that out. So I said, okay, all right, I've got it. It's on there, but it can't surgically be removed. And then she said, you have it on your abdomen and we can't cut all that out. And I said, before you go any further, is there any place that I don't have cancer? And then whenever you have cancer, the first thing that comes to your mind is in my lymph nodes, and it was. And they took some of those out. So I was like, I don't just have cancer, I mean, I really have cancer. And from June 17th, I want you to know that my life became incredibly beautiful. And I don't think about things the same as I used to anymore, and that's the message that I wanted to share to you, is that every day I wake up, my life is a gift, and I'd like you to feel the same way about your life. And I feel like, you know, we all have incredible struggles that we have to go through, and I don't think you see what people are struggling with, but I believe that we all have something, and some things that we struggle with are very public and some are very private. But we all have them, and I think that's why we come here to Earth, is to try and work things out.
I first heard about Sue Robinson and her company Podium Quest when I was given an aero bottle from our local bike shop. And they said, Sue sent this to you to use on your bike. And I said, cool, who's Sue? And then I met her at a couple of events. One memorable one was in Kansas City. I had the opportunity to spend some time with her and her husband after we raced. We raced each other and kind of goaded each other on, and that was fun. And after the race, just enjoyed great conversation, and I felt very close to her in a very short period of time, and that was something really special about her that I noticed right away. And even though we just spent a short time talking and hanging out, it was like I'd known her for years, and it just created a really special bond, and just felt a really great energy and spirit from her. One day I got the email from Scott about her cancer, and I was shocked and kind of paralyzed by the thought and the image of her energy and the kind of person she was, being affected, and all of a sudden having stage 4 ovarian cancer, which is not a good prognosis. So I didn't quite know what to do, so I emailed her back in sort of a lighthearted way, because I knew it was already really difficult for her. And I did call her and talk to her, and amazingly so, she made me feel better about her illness in talking to her, because she had such a great attitude and energy to life. And so after that, I didn't know what I could do. I wanted to do something for her. I dedicated my season to her. Every race I do, every day I train, she's in my heart and my mind, and representative of her spirit and love for the sport.